Pauli. I'm Emily. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Where are you calling in from? And your name is Pauli?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm calling in from, I live on the Iron Range in Minnesota, Evelyn, Minnesota.
nice. Very cool. I've never been out there. My dad's from Madison, Wisconsin. That's the closest I've been.
Not that far, I guess.
Not that far. Normally, I live in Puerto Rico right now. I'm calling from my parents' house in New York, visiting my family. But yes, it's been good. It's been a good summer. So I read your questions, Pauli, and so it sounds like it's kind of your curls are not starting soon enough in the back. Am I correct in that?
Kind of seems like, and then I don't know if I can share a screen or not, but I have a couple of pictures that I had saved on my computer just and I don't know if it's because my hair is almost all gray now. So it's different than it used to be, you know.
Gorgeous hair.
But I've done it 3 different times now, and so I wrapped it a little bit differently each time just to see what the effect would be. And initially I felt like the front wasn't taking a curl as much as I would like it to, like it wasn't as defined as the back was hanging. When I would like, my daughter's getting married in October, and so I want something with long pretty curls, and I probably want to have part of it pulled back because it's an outdoor wedding and I don't want this all flying around.
Yeah, yeah.
I found that when I clip this part back, I do have the nice curls then that are higher up at least. So even if I can't correct, having my curls start up higher, I'm fine with it when I'm pulling it back like that. But the sides still seem like I tried wrapping them a little smaller pieces to see if maybe that would work. And I think it worked initially, but I didn't start with super clean hair every day. My stylist has told me, don't ever heat style with freshly washed hair. So the first day it was all freshly washed, and I felt like that curl actually held better. Like 3.5 hours later, I still had a lot of curl. The next day, then I didn't wash my hair. It was from the day before. I put on a little bit of a pre curl type thing, but it's made really as a heat protector. So I sprayed a little bit of that in my hair, and I felt like the curls looked nice enough and everything, but they did not stay in as long. But we've also had like 90-some degree weather.
That'll do it. Yeah, the humidity.
Yeah, I sprayed a little bit of light hairspray in my hair that day just to see how will it hold. And I'd say it fell out faster than the day before with the clean hair.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, I don't really know, which is better. And then yesterday I had it curled. I did the same wrap, only I wrapped it up higher. And that's when I tried the smaller pieces in the front to see if that would help. But again, it was 93 or something yesterday and 70% humidity. So by evening I had just waved. They were very pretty, it looked pretty. But I'm hoping to have a hairdo that on the day of my daughter's wedding, I can have it ready at noon and last till 10.
I got you. I got you. First of all, congratulations on your daughter's wedding. That is so exciting.
Yeah.
Such a moment.
Their
Cool.
baby. Yeah, we're spending way more than we thought we were going to be spending on this wedding, and I want my hair to look good too.
I hear you. I hear you. So what I would recommend here, let me grab it so I can just do a visual aid for you, is okay, so you mentioned that the clean hair held the longest, and I agree with that as well. So starting with your hair that is completely like air dried and cleaned. So don't blow dry it first or anything like that. Let it air dry. And then usually what you'll want to do is lightly dampen it from the ear level down. Hands down, the best thing for hold is mousse.
Okay.
Everything, it's a mousse. better than hairspray, better than like the curl protectant that you mentioned, the curl shape former. And when you go for a mousse, I would recommend just going to like a CVS or a Walgreens and looking for a mousse. This is like a Garnier Fructis one.
Yeah.
It has like a level 3 hold. You're gonna want like a level 1 hold. They're harder to find, but just like a very lightweight mousse.
Okay.
And why I mentioned like CVS and Walgreens is because they have mousse that were like made in the 80s and 90s. So they're older generations, and those are way better than the more expensive ones that have come out recently and are at Sephora and Ulta. Those don't work as well. So this is like the holy grail for hold. And I also mentioned this because I live in Puerto Rico for half the year. Humidity is horrible. It's a tropical jungle. So
Yeah.
I know that for my hair, in order for it to last, it has to be the mousse, and a very lightweight mousse is better than a heavyweight.
Okay.
So that'll totally help. And
So
again,
do you put that, I'm sorry, do you put that mousse in when your hair is wet then and then let it air dry?
perfect. Good question. So what I would recommend you do is let your hair air dry first.
Okay.
And then when you lightly dampen it, that's when you add the mousse over top of it. So do you when you dampen your hair, do you use a spray bottle, or you just have how have you prepped your hair with the water side of things?
Brush that I just run under the water, a wet brush. I just run it under the water and then I just lightly go across so that it's not getting my hair wet.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
There too.
Yeah. So that's a good so it would be right after you do that, just shake it up, put it in your hand and kind of rake it through, focusing ear level down, maybe like a couple pieces in the front, just making sure you get them and getting the insides. One other trick, if you feel like it's working well with the wet brush, one other way to get your hair wet, I usually recommend like a spray bottle, just because it evenly coats the hair very lightly. If you don't have that, the other way I might recommend you trying out is taking a washcloth, soaking it, wringing it out, and then wiping your hair, ear level down.
So I probably wasn't getting enough moisture on my hair either.
That's exactly it. Yeah. And with the wet, when you put the water on a brush, it can end up very chunky. Like some parts are really wet and then some parts are dry. So when you like wipe your hair, it just kind of makes it more evenly coated wet.
Okay.
So just soak it under a washcloth, like a washcloth under the water, wring it out, and then you just keep wiping your hair, insides and everything, and then add the mousse on top of that and rake it through.
Okay.
About an egg size amount.
Okay.
Cool. And what I can do here, Pauli, is I can work with you. We can try practicing putting it on, and I'll point out some tips and tricks to try to start the curls sooner in the back and make sure it feels comfortable and secure. Cool.
Great.
Do you have any questions about prepping after all those things I gave?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, cool. Great. So when it comes to the headband, I like to start by folding mine in half.
Okay.
Awesome.
Should I be doing it at the same time as you, or just watching you?
Yeah, we can do it together. That way I can correct anything that I see might help. Awesome. Fabulous. So the ends are even. Perfect. And then we want our hair parted into 2 sections, with the 2 sections brought to the front. Great. Perfect, honey. If you want to brush them out, you can. Your hair looks nice and manageable right now. It's really healthy hair.
It feels really dry and frizzy on the ends from the hairspray I had in there yesterday.
I hear you. The mousse will help with that too. Cool. So when we put it on, we want the wire inside to be facing forward. Perfect. And it'll sit in the middle. Awesome. Now, Pauli, question for you. Have you tried this part where we make a pigtail? If not, I'll walk through it with you slowly.
I have, but I haven't been nearly as coordinated as you.
No problem. All right, honey. Let's do this together. So there's an easier way of doing it, which is On your right side, so if your left hand's on top, on your right side, fold that right end up.
Yep.
Perfect. Now you're going to swoop in, but instead of going like this, you want to swoop in so that your fingers are going right perfect. That's it, right by your jawline. Now pull the hair towards your face, towards your like eye, and you're just trying to get it over that perfect. Now you're just going to let go for a second. Yeah, let go of the hair. And all you're going to do is grab the hair right underneath the wrap and twist the end of the headband around itself to make a pigtail.
Seems like I'm going backwards of what you're doing.
Yep, you're close. Yep.
So I'm going,
Let's take it from the top.
yeah, here. Okay.
So if you have the crease helps to just make it easier for you.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect. So if you're going in.
Going this way.
Yep, perfect. Grab it.
Grab it.
Pull it towards your face, and you just want to get it over that crease.
So I'm putting it over in the front of this?
Yep, you got it. That's exactly right. Bingo. Yep.
Down.
Yep.
Oh.
And now you're just twisting that end around itself to make a pigtail, but you're basically there. So you see that end of the headband? Yep.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna
you had it. You had it. It'll be easier with a mirror too. I know Zoom makes it a little backward as well. There you go. Perfect.
And then I'm gonna twist this around.
Exactly. Yep. Twist it around. You got it. Perfect. Then just twist it again a little bit more so it makes it into a tight pigtail. That's it. Exactly, Pauli. You nailed it.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Good enough. Okay.
That's exactly. It doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it's staying on your head. So you did it perfectly. Awesome. Okay, so now we can work on the other side. So we'll grab our front section. And we're going to twist it over and under. Perfect. That looks really good. And now we're going to grab another section right underneath the first and combine it.
Okay, but I'm not grabbing stuff from back here. I'm just grabbing the front stuff.
You're only grabbing the front stuff, correct?
That's what I've been doing wrong. I know I've been trying to grab all the way back to the part.
Yeah, doing that will slide the headband back further. And especially, I remember you mentioned that the front pieces were falling out. That'll be why it's not allowing it to like kind of lock in place. And then let's do one more section right there. Perfect. And again, we're just grabbing right underneath. So instead of French braiding where you grab backwards, we're just doing right underneath. Perfect. And now we're at the ear.
Yeah.
Once we're at the ear, grab all of it. And that'll start the curls sooner in the back. And make it feel more secure when it's on. It looks really good, Pauli. You're doing a great job. Fabulous, honey.
Okay.
And then we can just take the scrunchie and secure it on the end. Perfect. And so your daughter's getting married in October, you said?
Yeah, October 15th.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's so soon. That's so exciting.
Yeah, and I wanted a non-heat way of, oops, I think I just went backwards now from watching myself in the,
it happens to me too.
Way. And I love this. I mean, it's so nice to have curls that are nice and no, I'm not wrecking my hair.
Yeah.
Is that okay like that then?
Perfect, Pauli. That looks great. Fabulous. Fabulous. Now on this side.
Are you a business owner?
Yeah, I'm the business owner. I'm the inventor behind this.
Well, what a great company for you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a journey, and I'm just so happy we brought it to the world. It's made such a difference in so many people's lives, just like a little bit, and that's something makes this feel good.
Yeah.
Cool. So we can do it again on this side. So again, a small front section. Perfect, Pauli. Great.
Okay.
We're pulling it over and under.
Okay.
Awesome. And then we'll add another section right under the first
Mhm.
and combine them, pulling it over and under. Fabulous. Very good. Do it one more time. Pull it over and under.
And then
Awesome. Yep. And now you can add all the hair. Yep. And wrap it around. Your hair is the perfect length for this. It'll work well. Yeah. Great.
Okay.
Now, when we're done wrapping it, we can twist it to tighten it, and it'll feel more secure on the head.
Okay.
And if you're wearing it to bed, it should feel secure and you can wear it any which way you like. If you want to do the headband, cross it, tuck one under, tuck one over. The one that's on top, under. Happy to help with that if you need. But it looks really good, Pauli.
So,
Fabulous. A+.
all
It looks
right.
really good.
Okay.
How does
Yeah.
it feel compared to before?
It feels like it is higher than it was before. I guess the night before last, that was the first night that I did have it up higher because I thought maybe I was going too far. But I also still was pulling all of my hair from there. So I felt like it shifted on my head up there tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this should help make it set better. It'll start the curls sooner in the back. I can send you another video which I give for people with short hair. You don't have short hair and it's a little bit more complicated, which is why I didn't want to do it. But there's one other way, which is basically you angle the headband slightly more towards the back while you do it. But I think your hair will turn out well. So instead of wrapping it here, which is where we did it, about 1 inch from your hairline, you angle it this way.
Okay.
And doing that will start the curls sooner and like higher up in the back. But I think if you're wearing your hair up and considering how long your hair is, this is just going to be a little bit more uncomfortable to do and a little bit unnecessary, I think.
Yeah.
One other thing I'll note is when you take your hair out, granted my hair is not curled, so I can't demo this well for you. But when you take your hair out, what you can do is take apart small sections and twist it in the same direction as the curl, and it'll just pop it into that spiral shape. So you can break apart the curls. I can send you a video that demos this, but it'll just pop that curl right into that shape and like create like a whole bunch of curls. So you get more volume, more curls, like you did more on the curling iron essentially.
Sure.
I'll send you a little video because that'll help break it apart and make it look nice.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you recommend putting hairspray on after or?
Normally I don't, just because it adds more weight to the hair, but if it's humid, outdoor wedding, it'll help with the flyaways. It'll help kind of just smooth things down. So a little bit of hairspray doesn't hurt, but I don't think it's going to add much hold. So don't like cake it on to add hold. It won't, it'll just weigh the hair down.
Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
So welcome, Pauli. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'll share a recording of this unlisted on the YouTube, just a private recording, so you can rewatch anything that we covered. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Congratulations again on your daughter's wedding. That's so exciting.
Well, congratulations on your great invention.
Thank you,
the company we're sleeping in. So I grew up on the foam rollers in my head and ringlet curls and stuff. So this beats it all to heck.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you. Happy to help.
Okay. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye, honey.